Hey bosses, have you ever wondered how you could do an Ask Me Anything on Instagram Live? These are one of my all-time favorite types of live broadcasts because it gets me as an entrepreneur engaging with my fans as they are joining me live to ask me questions about my business, my products, my services, the things that I'm doing for them, and I can answer all of these questions and take away all of their fears as I'm leading up to eventually onboarding them and getting them into my business. So how do you do a live AMA? Today, we're breaking down exactly what you need to know in our continuation of our Instagram Hacks series, and specifically our Instagram Live Hacks within that series. So here's the deal. With an Ask Me Anything, you are going live on Instagram to answer questions. People are joining you live and people are writing in advance to ask you questions about your business, your product, your services, the things that you're doing, and you are getting those questions answered for them in a real-time format. So before you do an Ask Me Anything, you need to have at least a couple of questions ready to answer. You want to make sure that even if nobody shows up, you have a very good quality experience for them waiting when they watch the replay. So you're going to want to have questions in advance. You can ask people to send these in, or you can come up with a list of the top questions that you get asked, and you can answer them in a live format. Now, this is incredibly important because Instagram Live usually takes a few minutes to notify people that you are live. So you gotta do something to fill the time before people show up to your live broadcast. So you wanna have at least a couple of questions ready to go. We're gonna talk about exactly how to do those in just a second. But your key here is to have those questions ready, and then you can answer questions for people who are coming in live as you are going. And you wanna have that conversation with them. So as you're speaking to people, as you're talking to them, as you're answering questions, if you can at all use their names, please personalize this as much as possible. And if you know what they do or why they're asking, customize your answer to their particular situation, which makes them feel really good and the other people feel really good who are watching your broadcast because they know you are taking the time to answer people's questions, which will then encourage them to ask more questions. So how do you go about getting these questions ready? Well, you could potentially have questions ready. You could read them off of a note, have a card to the side, and you could answer those questions, or you could just do it off the top of your head, some of those frequently asked questions. But there's another little trick to this, and this is going to be one of those staple things you really want to take away. So if you're a note taker on this, make sure you are getting your pen ready right now. You don't want to miss this one, because Instagram actually has a way you can get questions up on the screen. Pretty dang cool, right? So what you need to know is that you can actually go into Instagram stories and you can post a slide inside of Instagram stories where you are asking for questions for the Ask Me Anything session. People can then write in through the question box. If you have not used this feature yet, make sure you are checking it out right here where we break down exactly how you can be doing that. And you want to be able to ask people to ask you questions. So put out a pretty slide on your Instagram story, say you're doing an AMA, and you are going to have that question box so they can fill it out with their question. But here's a sneaky little pro tip for you. If nobody asks you questions in advance, you can do it yourself and no one will know. So once you posted your Instagram story, go into your story, click on the question box, and type in your question. And then hit send. And then you can type in another question. Go back in, type it in, hit send again. Now these all end up inside of your Instagram stories and you can see who sent them in, but nobody else can. So when you're on your live broadcast, you're actually going to be able to pull up those answers from the question box and address them on your live broadcast. If you need to know how to do it, check out our video about how to use Instagram Live where we broke down exactly what to do button for button on the platform, and you are going to be able to, without giving yourself away, answer those questions because it doesn't say on your live broadcast who sent it in. It just has the questions so that you can answer them. It's a really fun and kind of sneaky way that you can get your questions answered, and that really helps because if you have those pre-planned questions, you don't want to forget them. You don't want to have to hold up that note card. You can actually pull them right on screen so that you can read them directly, get the wording correct, and then you can answer them while you are live. Pretty dang cool, right? If you are loving this, say, I love this tip down in the comments below so that I know you want more sneaky little pro tips like this one that will help you out while you're on your Instagram Live broadcast. And you're going to make sure that you are answering questions as you go throughout your Instagram Live, answering your AMA or your Ask Me Anythings. And you want to make sure before you go live that you are promoting this episode in advance. So that means posting about it in your main feed. That means posting about it on Instagram stories. That means posting about it on maybe a different live broadcast saying that it's coming up, or on your other social media platforms, or on your website. you want to take the time to promote it so people know to actually show up. So create a pretty graphic and send it out to people so that they know that you are going to go live on this day at this time to answer their questions about a project you're working on, your next product that you were putting out, or some other really cool type of thing. Now, you can go very broad with your Ask Me Anything, or you can narrow it down. So maybe if you're a candle maker, you're going to want to answer questions on how they can use your products, or how they can set up their own spa day, or how they can set up their own centerpieces with your candles. If you are a professional mermaid, maybe you want to answer how people can book children's birthday parties with you, or how they can book traveling events, and you want to really niche down within it. So keep it broad or niche it down. Both of these work really, really well for you. And while you're on air, you want to make sure that you are telling people on the replay what to do. So as you're live, you're giving calls to action. You're telling them to ask those questions live in real time. But people who join the replay can't actually post in the comments. They can't be in that section where it is scrolling through the feed. They can, however, direct message you. So you want to direct people to that direct message box, which is in the same place as the chat. And they will be able to send you questions, which you can then answer in DMs, answer in Instagram stories, or answer on the next live Ask Me Anything. Pretty cool, right? But you want to make sure that you are letting people know that they do need to take that effort. You need to give that call to action to get them moving and get them to DM you, which really actually helps your algorithm standing too. Pretty cool, right? There's so much you can do when it comes to these Ask Me Anythings, and it's really, really important. Now, we're not quite done yet, but if you have questions about doing an Ask Me Anything on an Instagram Live, hit me up down below. I want to hear from you guys because I want to get your questions answered so we can create your profitable business through smart social media marketing. Now, here's the thing. When you are live, you have to make sure that you are setting up your next live broadcast. So at the end of your live, you want to make sure you're telling them when the next Ask Me Anything session will be. I recommend you do one of these per month minimum, but you don't have to. You can do more, you can do less, but the more you do it, the more engaging you get to be with your fans, and the more they get to see you face to face, real time, and get questions to their answer so that they do not, get answers to their questions so that you do not have to feel like, and they do not have to feel like it's this big disconnect between you as the entrepreneur and them as the potential person going to be working with you. So the more you can interact with them, the better it's going to be, and the more you can be present in their lives, the more likely you are to make money off of these people. Pretty cool, right? So let people know when your next AMA is. I do recommend you do this as frequently as you possibly can, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, and get their questions answered and show that you are willing to show up and be a part of their lives and give of yourself to them on a frequent basis. This is going to help establish that trust and is really, really important. Now, I know we've been doing this Instagram Lives hack series inside of our Instagram Hacks series, and you have been letting me know that you're a little bit on the nervous side. Some of you have not done Instagram Lives before. Some of you have gone live on other platforms, but not this one. Some of you have said that you need a kick in the pants for this one. So I'm here for you. I am ready for this. I am so excited because in the next video, we're actually introducing our Instagram Live challenge. This is going to be so dang good. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, and you're going to get yourself on Instagram Live, whether you've done it before or you have not. We're breaking down your next couple of lives, planning these out, getting these in your schedule, and making these happen for your business so that you feel comfortable doing this and you get so much value out of this. So hit the subscribe and notification bell, because in my next video, I am bringing you this so easy to do challenge, and I'm going to be there to support you as you are going through this Instagram Live challenge so we can get your business where it needs to be so that you are creating a profit through this smart social media marketing. Are you excited? I'm so excited. I love challenges. I love hosting these for my students, and I'm so glad that you guys are going to be joining me for this one. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know about Instagram Live and make it happen on your platform. I'm so excited to check out what you guys are going to be doing. So hit the subscribe and notification bell and stick around because we drop brand new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I go live here on YouTube every Wednesday for 20 minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to get your questions answered in real time for my Ask Me Anything. And I go live every single Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube for our talk show, Social Media for Bosses, as well as a podcast with totally unique content, which we drop every single weekend for you guys. Do not miss out. Coming out camrobinson.com and socialmediaforbosses.com. We're bringing you the most amazing teachers that you've ever seen. We're breaking down everything you need to know about social media, and I am bringing you breaking news before anybody else about the algorithm changes, the platform additions, and the trends you need to stay on top of in order to thrive in your business and beat out the competition. So stay tuned. We've got all sorts of things coming. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. I will see you again in the next video where we're bringing you this Instagram challenge. You do not want to miss this. Of all the videos, do not miss this one. Stay tuned. Big things are coming, and I can't wait to see what you guys are going to be doing inside of your businesses. I will see you again in the next video. Until then, stay inspired.